I'm Bert Tenzer.
I'm Bella Shaw.
I'm Doug Llewelyn.
I'm William Shatner, and this is Heartbeat of America. Our show focuses on corporate America, its stories, its drama, its breakthroughs. We'll be going out today to report on an organization that is impacting our lives and shaping our future. An organization that truly is the heartbeat of America.
In the 20th century, William Shatner took us off on a voyage into the universe to experience what life is like on other planets. But now, here in the 21st century, he is back to explore what life is like right here on our own planet. It's all part of a new series that we call Keeping America Strong. And as you know, part of Keeping America Strong is providing Americans with the very best possible medical services. But without a positive bottom line, doctors simply can't provide the quality care that their patients need. Over the years, many doctors have used traditional advertising to help build a profitable practice. Statistics, however, show that that is not the way to build trust and a successful practice. Our guest today has developed a program for doctors that he calls UnAdvertising, and we're about to find out just what that means and how it is helping doctors all over the country today. I'd like you to meet him now. He is from a company that is known as Doctor Relations Incorporated, headquartered in Northridge, California, which is a suburb of Los Angeles. His name is Helmut Flash, and he is the CEO of the company. Helmut, welcome. Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Good. A very interesting term that you use for this program called UnAdvertising. Talk to me a little bit about it and explain just what it means.
I think it means exactly what it says. Un, meaning do not, advertise. Doctors traditionally have not advertised a lot, but in the past 10, 20 years, they had to advertise in order to differentiate themselves from the other doctors, in order to tell the public who is overflooded with advertising that they're there. And yet it hasn't really worked. The truth of the matter is, doctors work harder and harder, make less and less money. And they have a harder time to differentiate themselves. The patient out there really has a very hard time to kind of evaluate who is a good doctor. After all, we all are not doctors. We have not gone 8 years to medical school to learn about medicine. Thus, the patient needs actually something to differentiate a doctor and to choose him, which usually is a human traits.
Another question, isn't that frowned upon by the medical societies to a degree? I mean, aren't they offended by doctors when they advertise?
In the past, not anymore.
Not so much anymore?
Hospital doctors, everybody advertise. However, doctors still don't like it. Doctors still believe that patients should choose them for other reasons, word of mouth. And advertising really kind of does that. It creates a word of mouth in the community. It makes the people in the community standing behind the doctor. It reaches the big mouths in the community, such as the community leader, police chief, fire chief, school teachers, the media, and it is UnAdvertising let those people speak about the doctor and put them into a good human light.
Well, you're starting to explain this system. I was just going to say, if they don't advertise, if they, as you put it, unadvertise, then what do they do?
They get involved in the community. They actually help the community not only with their medical service, which is of course needed and wanted, but they help them as a human person. Kind of like go out, for instance, we do lots of things with children, where our doctors get involved in the community and help children to for instance, a good deed contest. Tell children, look kids, why don't you write me an essay, tell me about what good deeds you guys did, which may be for a 5-year-old washing mommy's dishes, and maybe for a 15-year-old helping younger kids with homework. All kinds of beautiful deeds come out, and reward them. See, most of us people do not get rewarded enough for things we do right. We always
how does that help the doctor?
The people like him because of it. People start trusting him. He's giving back to the community, not just with money donations for a baseball team or for something like that, which is all nice and dandy too, but he is really, for instance, instilling in the children the value that helping others is a valuable thing, and thus the community gets together and remembers him forever. So now when they see him in the yellow page, in the newspaper, or when they see him anywhere, they actually start going, oh, isn't that Dr. Schmidt who did blah-de-blah with the children?
Well, look, I think what you're talking about is actually amplified by some of the newspaper headlines that we have here. Pardon me. For example, This is a major story that was in the New York Daily News. I know this doctor was a client of yours, and this is a doctor who offered a buyback, a candy buyback program after Halloween, right?
That's right.
In other words, it's bad for kids to eat all of this candy, so he bought it back and got a great article in the newspaper because of sponsoring this program.
Correct. And that's what then, that newspaper article, that different dialogue, rather than fix your teeth or do this or do that, makes him remembered. Thus, when people are in need for a dentist, or when their family members and friends are in need for a dentist, all of a sudden that particular name comes to their mind and they will find him and look him up.
It rings a bell.
That's right.
And yet it's not so much about what he does in his practice, it's just that his name is out there in the public. And you think that helps. It really generates, you know, interest in the doctor then.
I don't think it helps. I know it helps.
You know.
Absolutely. Our doctors in the community portray their good side. And by portraying their good side, they're really helping the community. We're very proud of it.
You know, there are a number of other articles here we can mention. Here is, this is from the Glendale News Press. A consultant says reputation is key to business success. I'm not quite sure what, oh, this is an article about you. Here's one from the Sunday Oakland Press in Oakland, California. Through local sponsorship by this certain doctor, the contest will give away every couple of months a computer to a young person doing a good deed. Again, the doctors' names are all in the articles. Here's a local orthodontist continues research on snoring. Now that's kind of interesting. Did you help him decide that this was something that would, good area of research that would get publicity?
Well, absolutely. UnAdvertising encompasses everything which has nothing to do with like sending out flyers and coupons, which doesn't differentiate a doctor. So if a doctor is doing some different activities in his practice, whether that is attending seminars which help him to help patients better, whether it's coming up with something new or doing a research here, then obviously those type of things actually are newsworthy. However, the average doctor, the average small business person does not know how to interest the media enough to print about it, and so thus we help with that.
There's a company called drrelations.com. They're all over the United States. You know what this is? It's people helping people. I'm so happy that these doctors are able to give schools and communities and people computers to do their job better.
A San Antonio kid does a good deed and picks up a nice reward in return. Joseph Hernandez saved the life of a turtle on his way home from school recently. He said some kids in his neighborhood were torturing the animal. That's when he intervened and took the turtle to a vet. Dr. Roger Arredondo, a local dentist, offers a good deed award to students who set examples for others in their community. So Joseph is now the proud owner of a new Gateway computer with 2 years of internet service.
One young San Antonian won't get in any record books for his good deed, but he still got recognition. Joseph Hernandez won an award today in the Do a Good Deed contest. Over 150 kids wrote essays about any good deed they performed and how it made them feel. The contest was sponsored by Dr. Arredondo, a local dentist. He says he hopes rewarding good behavior will lead young people to doing more good deeds.
11-year-old Angelique Torres is grand prize winner in a good deed contest run by dentists. The Bronx sixth grader won for helping teach younger kids to read at an after-school program run by her mom, Linda. Angelique's letter about her volunteer work was chosen from hundreds of others nationwide.
We chose Angelique. My feeling was it was a very honest, a very sincere good deed.
Angelique's parents are very proud of their daughter and grateful for that computer.
Well, there's no question that kind of publicity can help. And it doesn't have the image of advertising, so I can see where you